Alright guys, so today I'm going to touch a little bit on a couple different topics. One of them is going to be my anxiety and a couple other things. But first I'm going to start with today is day 22. It's a rest day. I was going to do something today, but it's pretty rough. I'm pretty sore. I need to give my body a day to rest, maybe two. But that's it's all part of it, and I feel like I feel really obligated. That's why I love doing these videos, because I feel really obligated to get something out to you guys every single day. And when I don't, I feel like I'm letting myself down, and I feel like if there's one person out there watching this, I feel like I'm letting you down. But I guess I shouldn't feel that way, just taking a day rest. So I'm gonna rest today. I desperately need it, because if I don't, then I'm not gonna be putting out as good of workouts. I'm gonna be doing a half-assed workout because I'm sore. I want to do good workouts. I want to be able to work out longer. I don't want to be in pain the whole time and not lifting as heavy as I could be, and it's just not beneficial. So I'm just gonna take a rest for today. I don't know if I'm going to tomorrow or not. We'll see what happens. If I'm not as sore tomorrow as I am today, I'm definitely going to hit something. But today I have to take a little break. But wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about anxiety and a couple of things. If you're wondering about me, you'll notice I blink a lot, and I'm a pretty awkward person. I've had Tourette's syndrome my whole life, since as long as I can remember, since preschool. So I blink a lot. Like, if you'll notice, I twitch my eye and stuff. It used to be really bad when I was a kid, and I kind of, got over that as time went on. I kind of kicked it. Not that I kicked it, but you kind of grow out of it after a while. It is hereditary. Like, my son has it now, and it it is what it is. But if you're wondering why I'm always blinking and stuff, I don't have anything in my eye. It's just, and it's the best way I can describe it is it's like a scratch, or it's like an itch that needs scratched. Like you feel like you have to do it. It's like a compulsion. Like it's involuntary. It's like your heartbeat. You can't just judge or stop when your heart's beating. It's like you feel like you have to like blink extra. It's really weird. So anyway, anyway, that's why I do that. And I never struggled as a kid with getting made fun of for it. People would say, like, people would joke. My friends would joke the one about it sometimes and be like, "Why are you twitching?" But it is what it is, man. It's just something that you can't help. So it's not going to do any good to beat yourself up over it. It doesn't really bother me. I don't even. My wife doesn't even notice I do it, and I have a super hot wife, so it didn't stop me from achieving any of my goals in life. But something that has slowed me down on achieving my goals is my anxiety attacks and my panic attacks. I had my first panic attack when I was in eighth grade, and it was horrible. It was the worst experience of my life. My heart started pounding, and I felt like I couldn't breathe, and I literally thought that I was going to die. I mean, once that happened, you go into that panic attack, and it takes a really long time to come out of it. And then once I had one, I had a terrible fear after that of having another one. I was scared to death of having another one then. So I was having anxiety attacks because I was worried that I was going to have an anxiety attack, if that makes sense. I was constantly, and it held me back from doing a lot of things in my life. Like, every time I lost a lot of jobs, because I couldn't handle it, because I would have anxiety attacks when I would get to work. I would overwhelm myself and overthink everything. And, I'm an overthinker, and I do things to the max. I'm an all or nothing person. So, like, I have OCD about things, like with this lifting thing. Like, I go to the point where I can't go anymore. And I feel like if I don't do it every day, then I'm letting someone down. Like, I overthink it. It's like I should just do a casual work, what everyone else does. But it's been a major flaw in my life, this anxiety, and it's not something that I chose to have. And for a long time there, I was drinking a lot of beer. I was, you know, taken a lot of medications and everything, like anti-anxiety medications and stuff like that to stop my anxiety attacks. But then in turn, I needed to take more to get rid of them. So it was like a downward spiral. And you with the alcohol, I'd have to drink a few beers if I'd go out to eat, and I'd have anxiety because all the people around me, and then I'd have to drink like a beer before I even go out to eat, just to be able to handle going out to eat. And it did hold me back from a lot of things. I had to explain to girls, before I'd go out on a date, like certain places I feel comfortable going, certain places I don't. But it really didn't hold me back. Everyone understood, and if people care about you for who you are, they're not going to judge you by where you want to go eat. You know what I mean? Like, most people would just say, well, let's just eat at your house then. Who cares? If people don't want to put other people in an uncomfortable position unless they're being an asshole. So it's been a big thing in my life, and I used to use it as an excuse for a lot of things, because it was a good excuse. It's not like I wanted it to happen, but a lot of things I couldn't accomplish because of it. And with lifting, a lot of time I would get in and out of lifting a lot. It's been a major part of my life. My excuse would be that I couldn't lift today because I drank too much last night, or because, well, I drank like all these calories and alcohol and beer, so like why even try to be fit, or blah blah blah. There was always an excuse. And for the first time in my life, well, not in my life, but in a very long time, in at least 15 years, I haven't had a beer in 10 months. And I don't tell you, I've been medication free for 10 months. Not because I had like a serious problem, or not because my family was falling apart. I just chose to do it. I chose to take this path and try. Well, the alcohol was causing my anxiety to be worse. The medication, I was relying on too much. So what would happen if I just did nothing? I don't drink caffeine. I don't smoke cigarettes. I do literally nothing. I don't consider myself a straight edge or any of that. I don't have a title. I just choose not to do any of that stuff. And my life is amazing. What I've accomplished over the last 10 months that I was held back from when I was drinking and miserable and having anxiety, I couldn't have even imagined. Like, it's unbelievable. So I know a lot of you guys out there suffer from anxiety or PTSD or a lot of these problems, but lifting is definitely a great outlet. I mean, this is like the best thing that I could have chose to do for myself. And recording myself and motivating myself is even better. Now, as embarrassing as this is, I'm not a very camera-friendly person. It's embarrassing for me to do stuff like this. I don't like the way I look on camera. I don't like the way my voice sounds. I'm very awkward, dude. Like, I'm not really, this is something way out of my comfort zone that I would ever do. But I'm doing it to help people. I'm doing it to help myself as well. And if I can change one person's perspective on anything, then it's worth it to me. Just one person, man. I don't care, But that's pretty much it for today, guys. I mean, it's a rest day. I figured I'd tell you a little bit about myself and my situation, so that if any of you can relate to that, drop a comment, tell me about it. But everything that I tell you is just what works for me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not telling everyone get off your medicine if you have panic attacks or anything like that, and there's nothing wrong with going out and having a couple beers. But for me, I was taking it too far, and it just didn't work for me. This works for me. So, if your life is becoming unmanageable and you're having trouble, maybe try to just do nothing. And trust me, it's not the end of the world. After you go a while without drinking a beer, you stop even thinking about it. You don't even care. I feel bad for people that have to go out to have fun. What a shitty life. If I had to go sit in a bar stool at a bar to enjoy myself, if that's my sole enjoyment in life, that sucks, dude. That's horrible. I mean, my enjoyment are waking up and talking to my kids and spending time with my family and doing something productive every day. So, like I said, to each their own. But if any of this can help you, well, thanks for listening, guys. And like I said, I'm sorry for going on a rant, but what better way to spend rest day than to at least reach out to you guys and talk to you about a couple things. And just if you do something small every single day, whether it be, every day I try to be a better person, whether it be doing something productive for myself, doing something that makes me feel good, that's not harming me, or helping somebody else. Like, even if you're at the dollar store and they ask for an extra dollar to go to a charity, I mean, like, that makes a difference. I mean, believe it or not, as small of a thing as that is, that makes a huge difference. You can do things to better someone's life every day. You know, even if you just compliment somebody today, just if you call your mom and tell her what a great job she's doing, and if that's not an option, call somebody and tell them that you appreciate them. Do something. I try to do something like that every day, and it ultimately, man, it goes full circle. It makes you feel good about yourself, and when you're doing all these productive things, if you are lifting and you're seeing results in your body and you're eating healthier and that makes you feel better mentally, and you're reaching out to people, you're making a difference in the world, doing something that's making a difference. It goes full circle, man. It makes you feel so much better. And after a while, like I look at some of the people that used to be in my life, and I feel so sorry for them. The people I used to look up to, that I thought were something, and really they were, once I got my mind right and everything, I realized how sad, a lot of these people were, and how sick that I was, thinking that they were, thinking that they were, doing the right thing, and they were model citizens, when really they were just shit, man. Like, they're just negative, toxic, poisonous people. So, try not to be negative. Try to be positive as best you can, man. Always count your blessings. There's always a million things to be thankful for, no matter what situation you're in. It doesn't matter what situation you're in. It doesn't matter if you're in a wheelchair or if you're suffering from a chronic illness. You have things to be thankful for, no matter what. I'm so thankful for everything. But, I'm preaching to the choir here. A lot of people are going to probably say, all right, shut up now. This is kind of a ridiculous video. But honestly, this is how I feel every day. I'm 100% honest with you guys. Like, this is how I feel every day. I used to be a very negative, horrible person that I thought that everything sucked. I thought that everyone was horrible, and no, but it was just me. I was that way. Once you start getting your mind right, and you start physically and mentally getting yourself corrected, then you don't think that way anymore, and you realize how bad. Like, I realize how negative and shitty I used to be as a person. And I'm so thankful that I'm not anymore. And I'm thankful for all the people that have helped me along the way. So, a lot of people have helped me. So I figure maybe something that I say will resonate with you guys, with one of you. And, maybe you'll start doing the same thing and walking down that same path. But all right, that's it for today, guys. I'm sorry. I'll try to do something tomorrow. I might go for a walk today, but I'm not going to film it. But I'll try to get something out there tomorrow. For sure, I'm gonna bang something out. But thanks for watching, guys. Get off the couch. This couch is deadly. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.